Hello, this is Naoya Okano, minister of the LA Gedatsu Church. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, our church service have been cancelled. So I'd like to share a recent sermon I gave so that members and non-members too can learn the Gedatsu teaching. Today, I'd like to talk about what I felt and learned in Japan about finding our true vocation in life. When I was in Japan from June 2019 to February 2020, I went to Gedatsu headquarters every day. Because my work at headquarters was only temporary, I had no daily job. So I spent a lot of time in front of the PC surfing the internet. My coworkers seemed very busy, so I was very uncomfortable doing nothing. Even though I asked others if I could help, they had no work to share with me. I was totally bored. Some of Japanese companies have a negative reputation of requiring its employees to work long hours, which has become a social and cultural issue. We call it black company. Long working hour is, of course, not good, but having nothing to do is also bad. It was torture for me. I felt that my existence had no value. This experience made me want to return to the US as soon as possible. There, I would have a lot of things to do. I would be fulfilled every day. I could put more effort into the church. These were my thoughts every day. We are fortunate when our job is what we want to do. But to be needed by others, to feel that what we do helps someone or society is hugely important when we look for our vocation in life. When I was in Japan, I went to dinner with my friend. Over drinks, he talked to me about his job. His business buys Japanese instruments like guitars and sells them both domestically and internationally through eBay as well as wholesale to retailers like Guitar Shop. His job is to buy instruments from individuals. One day, he got an inquiry from a woman whose family needed to relocate immediately. When he visited her home, he found 5 guitars, which belonged to her husband, who recently passed away. One guitar in particular caught his eye. He wasn't sure, but he felt the guitar must be very rare and valuable. The woman wanted to get rid of them as soon as possible and didn't care about the price. So he roughly assessed them at $100 each, asking $500 in total. The woman agreed immediately, and the guitar were sold. The next day, he took the guitars to his office and found that the one that caught his eye was indeed rare. The president of his company was very happy about it. He knew that what he did was good for his company, but he told me that he felt guilty a little bit. He thought he should have checked the guitar more closely and offered a better price to the woman. He wondered if he had deceived her and asked for my opinion. I said that the basic rule of business is to buy cheap and sell higher, so he doesn't need to feel guilty. If he had known the actual value, it might have been deceitful, but that was not the case. Also, the woman openly accepted his offer, so it was a fair trade. His company also cleaned the instruments and repaired them if necessary, increasing their values. Therefore, I saw no problem. He looked relieved, but a bit of guilt seemed to remain. So I told him one more thing. I said, when I bathe my son and wash his hair, I gently pat him on the head, saying, Ryunosuke, listen. Use this head for the benefit of society and others. How much you make doesn't matter. The important thing is how much your work benefits society and making people happier. When he heard what I said, it looked as if he had finally resolved something in his mind. Gedatsu Kongo said, regardless of the nature of your work, if you do your best and put your heart into your job, you will be considered essential in your job. Your existence will be important and valued. As a Gedatsu student, we practice the Gedatsu teaching every day in our home, at school, and work. Gedatsu Kongo said, even if you are an employee, don't consider yourself as an employee. Think of your work as your own business, then you can develop your spirituality through your work. Whenever I am asked what is my true vocation in life, or how can I find my life's work, I always reply, first of all, you should do whatever you want to do. That's very important. And in addition to it, think how you can benefit society the most. When you can answer that, that's your vocation. If you don't know how you can benefit society the most, focus on what you can do now. With that objective in your mind, I am sure the answer will be eventually revealed to you by God. I want to end my sermon with these thoughts. I know that everyone is having a hard time right now, but remember that Gedatsu teaches us that every situation in this world has meaning for us. Therefore, what we should do, first of all, is keep ourselves and the families healthy and pray for the health and well-being of others. But at the same time, let us think deeply about what God is trying to tell us and what we need to realize through this COVID-19 situation. Thank you very much. God bless you. If you liked this movie, please click like or subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.